Archie Bell and the Drells with Soul City Walk. Coming later, Embrace, Album of the Week. Elton John and Britney Spears with the Record of the Week. And choosing the last two tracks of his years, Jim Moore, Vic Reeves. Radio 2, BBC Sounds app on your smart speaker and 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 11 o'clock. This is Tom Harrigan. The former Metropolitan Police officer Wayne Couzens, who killed the 33-year-old marketing executive Sarah Everard, has appeared at Westminster Magistrates Court charged with 2 counts of indecent exposure. The offences are said to have happened in 2015 and 2020. He's already denied 4 similar charges and will appear at the Old Bailey next month. A former Conservative Education Secretary has called on the incoming Prime Minister to increase spending on schools amid warnings they'll be affected by soaring energy costs. Justine Greening said they would come on top of higher wage bills. Laura McInerney is a former teacher who set up Teacher Tap, an app which regularly surveys school staff.
We're certainly hearing a lot of worry, and particularly from those senior leaders who this week will be trying to balance budgets, as they were told at the end of July that there would be an increase on teachers' pay that was higher than they were expecting. There would be an increase on teaching assistants' pay, which is higher than they were expecting. And of course, schools, like most businesses, aren't covered by the domestic energy bill cap. So they're trying to grapple with that as well.
The Independent Office for Police Conduct has criticised Wiltshire Police for missing significant opportunities to bring the taxi driver Christopher Halliwell to justice sooner for the murder of a 20-year-old woman in 2003. The watchdog said there were systemic weaknesses in the force at the time of the investigation into the death of the sex worker Becky Godden. Wiltshire Police have issued a formal apology to Miss Godden's family. New legal advice is expected to criticise a parliamentary inquiry into whether Boris Johnson misled the Commons about lockdown parties at Downing Street. The committee carrying out the investigation has made it clear it won't take into account whether Mr Johnson deliberately set out to mislead MPs. But it's thought this move has been questioned by the crossbench peer Lord Panic, as our political correspondent Helen Cass explains.
But what we understand Lord Panic is saying is that he disagrees with that decision, and the worry is that it would set a precedent for ministers, that they would be fearful of saying things in the House of Commons in case they accidentally misled Parliament.
President Biden has warned that Donald Trump and his supporters threaten democracy in the United States. Speaking 2 months ahead of midterm elections, Mr Biden said his predecessor represented an extremism which put at risk the American way of life. But the Republican leader in the House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy, accused Joe Biden of dismantling US democracy.
They tell you everything is fine. You worry that your children will have less opportunity than you did. Yet they tell you things are looking up. You fear that America is becoming poorer, less safe. Yet they tell you the border is safe and America is secure.
Rwanda is holding its annual gorilla naming ceremony, which aims to protect the endangered species and promote tourism. Prince Charles will take part in the ceremony virtually. 20 baby gorillas will be given names in the foothills of the volcanic mountains where they live. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 11.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds app.